Facebook group really quick. So be patient with me. I'm just gonna be quiet for a second. I didn't think you guys would be early. I thought I would have a second to do this. So hold on one second.
We're just all so darn excited.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I will take it. I'm glad to
I was just going to say that. I was like, I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Yay. Okay. Well, tell me a little bit more of that. I can listen and do this at the same time. Why are you guys so excited about this? Like, tell me. You're like feeding my ego, but go ahead. Tell me. Oh, Sarah's here. Good.
I just think I'm personally really competitive. So like,
Okay.
gives me like a goal, and like, especially with meeting with new people and stuff, I feel very much like I need to, like, my accountability and things like that.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Hi, Sarah Wong. Hi, Teresa. I'm so glad you guys are here. I know your guys' names. Hi, Sarah. Hi. I'm going to have to look at this another time. We're wasting time. I don't have time for that. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Everybody, I don't know if you guys can see Christina on your screen. Christina is my assistant, and she is Wonder Woman. Man, she gets a lot of stuff done. So she's amazing. I'm going to have her help me keep you guys accountable in a way that she's going to record this, and we are going to chat about accountability. So if you're here for fluff, you're in the wrong place. We're not doing fluff in here. We're going to do real work. Okay. And obviously this is the Facebook group. Why do we only have 5 people here though? What the heck? Hold on. I mean, I love you guys, and we will get down and dirty here in a second, but oh, I guess it's not 12 yet. There's some cows downstairs, I guess. Oh, there's Grace Moore. Okay, I should have been just a little bit more patient. Okay, let's see. Christina, can you hop over to the Facebook group and just see if anyone's having issues? Like if they're commenting that they'll have to. Okay, she needs the replay. There's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Okay. Okay, Sarah Spence is here. All right. She's joining. We will give them like two more minutes. Ooh, there's Carrie. The Queen Carrie is here. Woohoo! She's not even a Facebook person. I don't think she can hear me yet. Maybe she can. Hi, Carrie. The TikTok queen even came on the Facebook one. This is exciting, everybody. Okay.
I'm gonna do groups.
You are?
Yes.
What made you switch?
Oh, I'm not switching. I'm adding to.
You're adding to. Okay, I was gonna say. Okay, she's gonna do lots of platforms. You guys don't do that though. Carrie is very established. She's the most successful in her platform. So I'm going to allow her to do this, but I'm going to say nobody else to do that. Carrie ended the month in what, $7,000 in sales on TikTok. She's, oh, so good. I do want to put in a plug though. It's because she was so consistent. So as we talk about what we're going to talk about today, we're going to do a real honest audit of ourselves today. That's going to be our accountability, because we obviously didn't have a perfect assignment to hold you accountable for today. So what we're going to do is look back and have a real honest assessment of yourself, so that you can progress moving forward. None of us are competing against each other. What you're going to do is it's you versus you for the next 30 days, 61 days. If you count today, it's 61, next 60 days. And Krista is here. Fabulous. Hi, Krista. Krista is here, and she's kind of been running a big team. She was doing some videos over on Instagram. So she's kind of been split, juggling a whole bunch of stuff. But she is a relationship queen. So I am going to actually pick on her a couple of times, not right now, but Krista has the best relationships with her customers, so that if Krista really needed to, Krista has the type of relationship with her group and her people that she could go in and message them. I bet you $10, she could walk away today with $1,000 in her sales just from just from checking in on her people, because she's built those kind of relationships. So when we're talking about the Facebook piece, actually every platform heavily relies on the relationships, but Krista is very, very good at that. Okay. Okay. Christine, are you recording? Okay, cool. Good, because I'm glad we got the plug-in for Carrie and for Krista. Let's get started, you guys. The first thing I'm gonna do is just explain one more time why we are here. And I'm gonna explain it probably every time we get on these Zoom calls, because this is just a testament to you that if you feel like you get on your social media and you say the same things over and over and people are gonna get sick of you, guys, they don't, because people don't hear half of what you say. So I feel like I've already explained this 17 times, but I can guarantee you one of you on this call doesn't know why we're here. So I'm going to tell, this is for you, for all the people watching the replay. We are here today because from now until the end of April, our team is doing a mega challenge. It's going to be so much fun. What we are doing is we are taking a big goal and we are marrying the process to get to that goal. There are so oft times that when we start with a goal in this business, if we don't get the results or see some massive progress towards that goal within 2 days, we're like, guess this doesn't work for me. So what we're doing is I purposely chose 2 months of committed work on one platform to get to one goal. And during those 2 months, you're going to meet with me here every week to go over your mindset work and the action plan. I want you to get married and to date and to fall in love with the commitment process. Stop thinking you're better than other people, that you only have to do 2 days of work that they did years worth of work to get, because it's too easy to get that. We don't see all the work that goes in on the back end. So now we're going to do the work that goes in on the back end together. Okay. Now, our big goal is based on the power of 2. If you need to learn more about the power of 2, head over to the guides in Southern class and watch the whole video on the power of 2. Our entire compensation plan. If you are here to build relationships and make money, you need to be utilizing the concept of the power of 2 in your business. Which is recruiting 2 new artists and helping her get to artist number 2. Okay, that's the power of 2. It works. You guys know I just hit artist 8 this past month. I did it because I started with the power of 2 and I still focus on the power of 2. Today, when I write out my monthly goals for April, guess what I'm putting down? That I'm going to recruit new artists and I'm going to help at least 2 get to the top, to artist 2. But that's what I did it from day 1. And guys, I had 2 artists sign up the day I signed up to be an artist. I drank the Kool-Aid on the power of 2 before I signed up. So if that wasn't you, if you haven't drank that Kool-Aid yet, I'm giving it to you today. Just drink it. Just trust me. It's a thing. Okay. And even if you don't feel, thank you, Deborah. She just drank the Kool-Aid. I love Deborah on Zoom calls. Like, she's my hype girl and I love it. I'm just going to watch Deborah the whole time and feed off her energy. So if you guys all want to give me some, like, you know, like, feed into me. Dang it. Now I lost what I was going to say though. Deborah, you were too good. You got me off. I'm just kidding. Okay. So even if you don't feel like you are capable of leading a team right now, think about what you're doing at this exact moment. You are with a whole crew of girls getting coached by a top leader. You don't have to do a whole lot. All you have to do is direct them to the guide section of Southern class and they can come here, ask their questions and get coaching once a week. It's very cool. Okay. That's how we roll. We work together as a team. Okay. So here's what I want you guys to do. We are going to focus on the next week on you being fully committed to Facebook as a platform. Some of you, and I want to see by raise of hands, who is leaning more towards the Facebook group area, like where you want to grow and foster. Perfect. Perfect. And I know a lot of you, oh, good. I love these hands because I know you guys personally, and I know that you guys have already started your Facebook groups and it's already there. Like, you've already got a head start. You're not starting from scratch. That's amazing. Okay. And then who is leaning towards Facebook parties? Yay, Deborah, we talked about this last night. Good, Sarah, I'm so glad. Who else? Bethany, are you team groups or team parties? Mouth it and I'll see. Groups. Okay. Yay. All right. Very cool. All right. Well, what we're going to focus on this coming week is what you can do to build both of them. All right. And hang with me. It might be a tiny bit of a stretch, but we can do it. We can do it together. The whole purpose of utilizing a Facebook group and Facebook parties is making relationships with people. The perk of having Facebook parties is that you're constantly making new relationships with new people. And then you have like a speed date on this party where they see your face, they see your live video, they learn about the makeup, they fall in love with you, and they buy. Okay. And then when you get done with that party, you should have somewhere to direct them to go. So whether you want to maintain a Facebook group or you want to funnel them into Seint Secrets to be like poured into more over there, that's fine. Don't do all the hard work of having these Facebook parties and then let those people just like fizzle out. You did all the work to meet these people in a party, do all the work, and we have a full training on how to do that. Facebook groups is probably where you're probably not adding a whole ton of new faces every week like a Facebook party will do, but you're going to build deep, 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 deep relationships with these people. Going back to Krista, where I'm confident if Krista put her mind to it, she can sell $1,000 today just following up with her people. I have no doubt. I've seen her do like 2K in a day. It would be like the last day of the month and Krista would be like, I don't think I'm going to make my goal. And then next thing I know, she's like, I sold 2,000 today. I'm going to slap you. I'm going to put my hands on your neck and I'm going to choke you, girl. Just kidding. Just kidding. I would never hurt Krista. Not physically. Just kidding. Okay. So this is what I need you guys to do. I need you guys to either pull up the notes section on your phone or get a piece of paper and a pen out, and you're going to hold yourself accountable because I'm going to tell you a little trick that your mind likes to play on you. There's so many times that you're like, I've tried everything. Like I've reached out to everybody. I'm just not that consistent. I'm too busy. Like you've got all these reasons in your head that you're like, I did so much, but it's just not working yet. I don't know what's wrong, Jessica. So let's find out what's wrong. Ready? I'm going to get my paper out too, and I'm going to hold myself accountable. You guys ready? Question number 1. How many times in March did you go live? Write the number down. Let me think about me. Okay. Number 2, if you are focusing on your Facebook group, then I want you to ask yourself, how many times did I ask the people in my current group to invite a friend to this group? If you're doing Facebook parties, how many women did you invite to host a class in March? Like how many messages did you send out invites? How many invites did you send out? Okay, next one. Guys, I paid $2,000 to be coached by the Habit Finder guy in a group setting, 2019. And he mentioned to us, he was talking about color matches. And he said, isn't your number one daily method of operation, shouldn't it focus on inviting people to get color matched? And all of us were like, that's not like the number one thing. And he said, isn't that what your business is built on? If you're not inviting people to get color matched, are you even working? And we're like, I guess not. You want to talk about feeling tiny? That's it. Okay, so question number 3. How many women did you personally invite to get a color match in March? Okay, and then question number 4, how many women did you invite to take a look at the artist opportunity?
Hey Jess, I know you're going fast, but my internet disconnected. Is there any way you could just real quick repeat what the questions were?
I would love to. Okay, question number 1. I don't remember because I wrote down my answer and I didn't write down the question. Who can tell me what question number 1 was?
Lives. How many lives?
Okay, question number 1. How many live videos where you put your face out there? How many live videos did you do in March? Question number 2 was how many invitations did you send out to grow, whether that be invitations to host a class for you or invitations for them to add more people to your group? Question number 3 is how many people did you invite to be color matched? And number 4, how many people did you invite to the artist opportunity? Okay, and then number 5, I want you to write down where your sales were at the end of March and how many people you recruited. Okay, does anybody want to share with us? Deborah, thank you. What you got?
Okay, so for lives, which I really suck at, I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone, no excuse, but 5 times, which is huge for me. 3 times growing the group with like great giveaways, not much success. 25 invites and 15 color matches, like reached out with my private message, and 6 artist invite, and my sales were only 530. But I'm active. I'm active
Yes.
at artist 3.
Yes, you are. It was amazing. No, that's awesome. Listen, I need to make this very clear. This meeting is not to shame. This is accountability. And I will tell you something right now. I'm not going to allow anyone in this to assign meaning to their numbers. Numbers are numbers. Numbers have no feelings. Numbers have no bearing on your worth as an artist. They really are just a number. And we use them to track things, but don't assign anything to it. Nothing. Okay. Does anybody else want to share if they've had, I want to hear if looking at these numbers on a piece of paper is kind of a wake-up call. It's a big wake-up call for me. Do you guys want to hear my numbers? I think I went live 4 times on Facebook, and I think it was all in Seint Secrets, and maybe it was more than that, but it was all in Seint Secrets. I'm not going to count my Instagram stories. Instagram stories was every day, but my Facebook lives was only 4. Invitations to host a class, I think I did 2. Christina, did I do more than that? Did I invite more than 2 people to do it? I think I just did 2. Straight up color match invitations. I don't know if I did 1. I think I did 0. I think I did 0 color match invitations.
Can I ask you a quick question about that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do
Yeah.
you think that's because you are like at 8 now? Like, do you, I'm just asking because like, maybe you don't have to do all this when you like as much as when you're at ground zero, like we are. No,
I think I got
I'm just
lazy.
asking.
I think what
Okay.
happened is I kept showing up and doing makeup tutorials on my stories, but I didn't capitalize on all that work I was doing. So I was going, showing my face, showing the makeup. But what I should have done is after I got done doing the tutorial is go and look who watched my entire series of Instagram stories and invited them to get color matched. So I just got lazy. No, I think rank has nothing to do with, like, literally, hear me now, the stuff you're doing right now, this process that I'm inviting you to do should never stop. And if that makes you cringe inside, that's exactly how I felt before, where I was like, you don't get to stop one day and just like collect a paycheck and cruise? Gross. I don't want to do that. I want to be lazy. I want to not work. I didn't say those exact words, but that was my attitude. And it hasn't been till recently where I'm like, nah, girl, this is fun. Let's do it. Let's do the work. That's a good question though, Deborah. Thank you for asking. Okay, what about artist opportunity? Oh, I'm doing my numbers. Artist opportunity, I think I invited maybe 6 to 7 girls to be an artist. I ended the month with 1,700 in sales and 1 new recruit. Those are my honest numbers. Okay, does anybody else want to share? I just will say that seeing those numbers, because there's so many times that we end the month and we're like, I just work really hard. I just work so hard. But when you look at those numbers, you're like, maybe I wasn't working in the right areas, right? Like maybe I could have tweaked a couple of things to where, like with the Instagram story thing, like maybe I could have really capitalized on things. And I'm going to take a note that's got to stop. You guys hold me accountable for next week, because I'm going all in on Instagram. I'm not doing Facebook. I'm going all in on Instagram. And that needs to be one key component that I change, is I need to do invitations for color matches.
It's growing.
I think this really wakes you up to like how little you're actually doing.
Yeah. And like, agree. Like I feel this tall right now. I'm dead serious.
Yeah. Because I look at my numbers and I'm like I do a lot of stories and I make a lot of TikToks and I do like that kind of stuff. But I went live one time last month because, for one, I don't like to go live because I always have my 3-year-old with me and he's potty training, naked potty training. So like, I don't need his wee all up in people's business, you know? So that's why I like
might get in
record a lot
trouble
of
for that,
videos.
actually.
Yeah,
Normally,
yeah.
Like, that's cute. People love it, but that might not be legal.
So he's finally at the point where we're like starting to put undies on him. So like, at least like here in the next month, we should be at a point, but I've tried, he's my number 3 boy. And so I've tried potty training a million different ways. And naked potty training has always been the easiest for me, because anytime I used a diaper or anything, or like a pull-up, they always just thought they had a diaper on. So, and then invites to grow, like 4, and then color match invites. I do a little more of that. I did like 6, but I get a decent amount of people like asking for color matches through TikTok and stuff. So, I think that helps me. Artist invites, I did 5, and I actually got 1 artist last month, which is my first artist in a few months.
Okay, so
but I
Jordan,
switched things
hold
this month
on.
and was like trying to start focusing on
Jordan,
growing my team.
why did you pick Facebook instead of TikTok? Because you make bomb TikTok videos.
I didn't. So I've been really trying to grow. So I'm actually here just to learn more, but I actually did pick TikTok and Instagram, both of them, because those are my babies. But
yeah, guys, if you haven't seen Jordan's
but I'm trying to do more parties as well. So I'm
yes. Well, okay, so what I would do, okay.
And then the last thing is my sales. So that's $1,430.
Yay!
Sorry, I had $1,430 in sales. So.
That is awesome. Guys, if you haven't seen Jordan's makeup TikToks, they're so freaking good. Oh, like, you know, those girls that you see that the transitions are just like, how did she do that? That's Jordan and her videos. I'm always like, oh man, it gets my adrenaline going. It's good. Okay. Well, I appreciate you sharing that, Jordan. It is such a wake up call. I can't tell you how many times I do a coaching call and somebody says they're like, I'm doing all the things. Like I did it all. And I'm like, okay, how many? Like, tell me how many. And then it's kind of like, oh, well, I guess there was like 3. So just another wake up call, you guys, is that don't expect results from doing just a couple. I know we get so emotionally attached to all these results to where one no or one invitation that doesn't go right, it feels like 100. But if you can remove yourself emotionally from the numbers and just really take and say, I'm running a business. Everybody that's on this call, you're here because you wanted to participate in the challenge and you wanted this to be a business. So stop letting mindset games get in your way. Like,
okay, can you say that again? Okay, I like this. Remove yourself. What'd you say? I love that. Sorry. Remove yourself from the numbers.
The emotional attachment to the numbers.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. I want us to get a little bit more committed to the energy that comes from the work that you're doing. And I'm kind of stealing a little bit of that from Jackie, because I can tell you, she has no idea like her numbers breakdown, because she wasn't here for a quick fix. She was here because she feeds off the energy of creation. So I want you guys to kind of lean into that. And you know what, guys, it does translate to money. So even as before we leave today, you are going to set your goals for the work that you want to do over the next week. I'm not going to assign any magical number of live videos or invitations or color match invitations or artist opportunity invitations. I want you to take a hard look at yourself and take the stupid mental crap out of it. Tell the negative voices in your head to shut up, because they don't get to play for the next 2 months. And if they do, if they try to show up and play, you're going to tell them to shut up real fast. Like, I'm looking at your faces and I know the mental games that you guys play because we talk about it. They just need to hush for a little bit because you got some work to do. And I can guarantee you when you show up with that confidence, man, it's such a difference. It's such a difference. And you are choosing over the next week. I want you to choose to feel confident no matter what. So if you're like, I can do this, and you hit go live and you're on the live video and like nobody gets on, and then you just like, oh, and your brain starts to tell you everybody hates me. Like nobody cares what I'm saying. Why am I even on here? I feel so stupid right now. You're going to say, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. And you're like, I'm having the time of my life. Your shoes? Which ones? Which ones? The white ones? Yeah. Are they in the car? There's in a laundry basket by my bedroom. Go look at he's ignoring me. It doesn't matter. He'll find his own shoes. Okay. Yes. Okay, Grace. Okay. All right. 2 things. We got to get moving because we're 24 minutes in. Here's what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do some mindset work, and I'm going to pick on one of you and we're going to work through it because I can guarantee you, if one of you is having a mindset problem, all of you are having that mindset problem. We all are the same person. You might think that you're the only one that battles these demons. I got real good news for you and real bad news. We're all the same. So who wants to be the guinea pig? I'm looking at Courtney over and over again. Like I want Courtney to volunteer, but I'm not going to ask her to volunteer.
I had this like deep feeling that you were going to talk to me.
Did you see me looking at you?
Go for it.
We were like making real eye contact. It was a connection. We were having a connection.
You see when you're like, I want to pick someone, I was like, it's gonna be me. It's fine. We can go.
Good. Okay. Also, because I know Courtney has the same demons that literally everybody does.
Yeah.
It's the same stupid voice that we just got to get to hush. Okay.
Yeah.
So Courtney, the circumstance, we're going to do this little thing. And Bob Heilig sent this to me in the mail. I don't remember what free thing I signed up for, but he sent it to me. But it's literally the model work on a little notepad. And I love it. I want to buy everybody these things. I don't know why I got this. I think he had like a freebie. Anyway, it was free. I don't know what I signed up for, but maybe I should just pay for one of his programs eventually instead of getting all the free stuff. I love his free stuff. Okay, so CTFAR. We are going to be married to this process. I have seen enough girls change their mindset and it literally launches them forward that I believe the process. Okay. So whatever goals you're looking at between now and the end of April, I want you to believe in the process that changing this T line, the thoughts line, will literally launch you forward. Okay, so let's do it. Courtney, you're doing a Facebook group, correct?
Yes.
All right. So the circumstance is, I would say, okay, let's think about this because this is the hardest part for me is the circumstance. The circumstance does not change. So our circumstance on April 1st today is going to be the exact same circumstance as it is on May 31st. So what circumstance are we going to be? Are we going to be building your Facebook group? That is going to be the same today. And okay, and that's never going to quit. And guys, I'm saying 61 days, but I want this like little mental cricket in your ear to say this is actually for the next 12 months. I just want you to let it sink in. If you were to really, really dedicate the process to 12 months, holy smokes. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so our circumstance, I'm going to write it down and I'm going to post a picture in the group later. The circumstance is growing your Facebook group. All right, Courtney, hit me with your thoughts.
That I'm not like, I know that like this doesn't really matter, but like I'm not like a makeup artist. So people like, why are they gonna take makeup tips from me necessarily. Is that the like way we're going? Okay.
Yep,
So I
keep
thought,
going. That's perfect. Keep going.
and then, like thoughts about like all of it, like time, that kind of stuff, like struggle with like scheduling my time so that I have like the time. And then another one is that like I always used to, I'm getting better at this, but wanted things to be perfect. Like making a like sit down video that you put up that everything, but like, because going live has mess ups and kids and all that kind of stuff. But so like, if they don't watch a perfect video, they're not going to take it seriously, kind of a thing. But I do know that all the other stuff makes it more personal and like relatable and things like that. So my mindset on that is shifting. Is that kind of, am I on the right track? Okay.
Do you have more?
Oh, kind of that I've like reached the amount of people that I think I can reach. Do you know what I mean? Like I've already reached out to like the close people. And so now it's like growing on those people to invite or introduce me or like further my reach so that I can reach more people. And I hate asking people to buy things. Does that make sense? Like I want it to be so that like I love it, so you love it and you want to get it because you want to get it, not like please buy this. So. All
right, cool. I don't know why you're struggling to build your Facebook group. It's not like you're battling some negative thoughts. You guys see this? Okay, who else though? Did you see that Grace just said, Courtney, we're the same? I told you guys, like, we're the freaking same person. Like Jordan said, I struggle with perfection too. Okay, raise your hand if you are the exact same person Courtney is. Are we all the same? Yes, we are all the same. Even Kelly Marie's baby is the same. Kelly Marie, you got to do some mindset work with your baby. That's ridiculous. Take being a mother seriously. Good grief. All right, so let's work the rest of this way through. Courtney, when you tell yourself, I'm not a real makeup artist, why would they come to my makeup group? How does that make you feel?
It makes me not like nervous or not confident and hesitant to like go live or give suggestions or tips like that because like, I don't know. I find things that I work for me or that I think look good, but it's not like, I don't know that it's going to work for everybody kind of a thing. But I always try to say that too. I'm like, remember, this is what works for me. You might have to tweak it, whatever. But then I feel like I'm like back, like I don't sound as confident because I'm like, I'm saying this, but it might not work, but whatever. So
that's exactly what I was going to say. Okay, let's keep going. So, but you just said it. So when you, I'm going to do a little demo though, real quick. So when you show up for your action portion, because we're on the A, so we did circumstance, thoughts, feelings, action. When you show up to do that live video and your actions and you have your compact and you do this and you're like, hold on, I'm going to do something. Because here's the thing. And guys, this is going to be really real because Jordan is on this call still and she's like the eyeshadow queen. Okay. So I want that to be in perspective because that's intimidating as heck. But I'm like, guys, you've got to try this. You complete me. And I just use it on my finger and I just rub it across my eyelid. Is that not so pretty? I'm obsessed with it. I do it every time I wear eyeshadow, pretty much. This is my go-to. And then I just blend the edge and I freaking love it. I love this. And then there's this version because I know Jordan's watching me and she's a professional eyeshadow and how embarrassing that I'm using one finger on one eyeshadow.
Stop it.
Jordan. So then if I do this and I'm like, guys, I really like this color. It's really pretty. And I do this, but if it doesn't work for you guys, that's okay. It's fine. It's probably a stupid idea. Don't like, it's fine. I don't even think it looks that good. No, I think it's too heavy. Like I need to learn how to do eyeshadow better. I can't. That's embarrassing. Even just saying that made me feel like I was sad inside. That energy does not translate better. I'm going to tell you guys something that I'm still in the process of doing. I don't know if you guys have been watching me on social media lately, but if you scroll back even a couple of weeks ago, there's a confidence boost that's happening. Do you want to know what the confidence boost is coming from? Being unapologetically me, like 100% me, like polarizing me. Okay. And I think that there's so oftentimes that when we show up to do a video and perform that action of showing that trick that you really, really like, Courtney, and you think, but it might not work for everybody. And I think, well, if somebody's watching my video and they like do way better eyeshadow, they're not going to be impressed with that. I need to do something that like everybody can relate to. You show up halfway. I want you to show, I'm going to go do it on my stories today. And I'm going to be so freaking bold about the fact that I do my eyeshadow tacky and I love it. And that's me. Okay. And you won't get everybody. I want to make that very clear. Not everybody will love you. But the thing is that the people who do love you are going to love you so much harder. And you feel confident.
Can I tell you a quick story? Because this literally like translates. The other day I was like, I need to do something because I haven't done anything in my group in forever. And I had done my makeup and I was like, I'm just going to use Gigi for eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go on and show how good you like one eyeshadow color can look and whatever. And I got on and I was just like, guys, I love this color. It's pretty. I use it as like a single color sometimes. Like I haven't been on in a while, blah, blah, blah. I kind of did the whole like back talk, whatever. But I just did that and then like signed off. And one of my customers messaged me and like didn't say anything about the eyeshadow, but was like, so happy to see your face today. Like, it's so good to see you back. Cause I've been absent for a little while. And so it was like, it like just putting myself out there and showing like a one color eyeshadow, like that's me. I do that a lot. And so I was very like honest about it. And it's a color that I like and use and whatever. And then she like messaged me and was like, it was so great to see you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it made me feel so happy. And it like gave me a confidence boost. And I was just myself. I was like, guys, I'm not doing crazy eyeshadow today. I'm just doing this one color and I'm just going to fluff it on, but isn't it so pretty and great to see you. Have a great Monday. And like got off. And like, so
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
so
it.
Literally
Jessica,
just
can
happened.
I just touch, Jessica, can I just touch base on that about the self-destruction talk? Because that's me. And when you say being apologetic, Canadian, it just part of our vocabulary. Everybody makes fun of us, but it's like, that was one thing I want to do because I'm going to do my goals. And one is to be less apologetic. That's one of mine today, April 1st. But still be apologetic. So what happens to me is exactly the eyeshadow and the whole, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm like 53, 54 and totally out of my wheelhouse, but whatever. I'm passionate about the product. But what happens with me is that I will start with good intentions to watch a tutorial. Who's the lady that's good at shadow? What was her name?
Jordan.
So I'll watch Jordan do a great shadow and then I have good intentions to learn. And all I end up doing is going, well, why would I do a shadow thing? Like, look at this woman. So I go down that rabbit hole of like self-doubt talk, and then I don't even do a live. So that's where I'm at with, when I have good intentions to learn, I actually end up spinning it around and being like, walking away and saying, I'm not doing that today at all.
Can I say
Thanks,
something
sorry.
to all of you?
I mean, I'm
guys
not
real
sorry.
quick?
Thank you. No,
I just want to say something real quick. I want you guys to know that more people relate to you guys than they relate to me. So, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but I want you to know that a lot more people relate to, I don't know how to do eyeshadow, than relate to, let me show you guys how I do this amazing cut crease and you can do it too, right? And so just know that like, I kind of step back from that technique unless I'm doing like a TikTok or something like that. But like on my main page, I kind of stepped away from like all the hard eyeshadow, all that stuff, because I realized through the last 3 years of being an artist that that's not the most relatable thing. You know what I mean? And so just know that like learning and showing what you know, there are people out there who can't even put just one shade on their eyes. So they appreciate you showing them the easy way to put on that eyeshadow and stuff like that. So I just want you to know there's two sides to it, and you guys are amazing just the way you are. And more people relate to that than they relate to knowing how to do super hard technique eyeshadows. So I just wanted to add that.
It's true. But Jordan's looks are really bomb. Jordan, you need to put your page information in the chat, because I keep talking about it, but people need to go look at your TikToks and stuff because it's fun. But don't like get in a comparison trap. That's what we're talking about today. So you can feel super strong going to go look. Okay, so Courtney, when you show up, your actions, I'm labeling them apologetic. when you show up doing a live video anywhere in your group and you show up apologetic, what kind of results do you think you're going to get from that? Are people
Not great ones.
attracted to apologetic? No,
No.
no. Is that the result you want? Do you feel like that's a growth? Is that going to help your circumstance of growing your Facebook group?
No, because that's not fun to watch. I want people to come and be like, oh, what's she gonna say today? Or what's she gonna do? Or even just to like come hang out and like chat with me while I'm
Yes.
doing it. Like,
Yes.
I just want it to be like a fun environment.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Here's our sheet. The circumstance stays the same. Circumstance does not change. Now, Courtney, if we're gonna change that, I'm not a real makeup artist thought to it. What thought do we add in instead? We're divorcing that one. What one are we adding in?
Could I do like share new tricks that I've found work for me?
Mhm.
Or like find, you know what I mean?
Yes, like you.
Yeah.
Because that's where the growth is going to come from. So the circumstance is growth. The thought is, there's another thought. I have things to offer. Okay. I have tricks I can teach people. I'm magnetic. People love watching my videos because if you think about it, Courtney, what you just told me about the story about the GG eyeshadow, what happened when you showed up with something that you enjoyed? You got a response.
People responded. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the work part of it in mindset work, is that you have to recognize, like, there is a superpower in being able to evaluate your thoughts from a third party position. So like 99.99999% of people think that they have to be victim to their thoughts, that the way their brain thinks is in control. But when you can take the control back and tell your brain what's allowed and what's not allowed to think, because we're going a different direction, there's some real power in that. And I know I've taught a bunch of my directs this method, but I think we need to go over it now because it's very powerful when it comes to mindset work. Is called the Tomahawk method. And if you need to write it on your hand, write it on your hand. Yeah, I've told Deborah this one too. But your job over the next week is to stay in creation mode. So if you need to write create on your hand, do it. Maybe I should get some ink box tattoos that are just create, and we'll just all tattoo it on our hands. I might do that. I'm serious. Christina, will you look up how much it costs to get ink box tattoos? Okay. To create, when you are in creation mode, are you feeling self-conscious? No, you're worried about adding value and creating things in the world. There is power in creation, okay? But you can't be in a self-doubting negative mindset and creation mode at the same time. Your brain can't do it. So anytime you're like, I don't think I can do this, maybe this challenge isn't for me, like maybe I know, you get your hand out like this. I'm serious. I look stupid, but I don't care. Everybody do it. This is your Tomahawk. This is called the Tomahawk method. And you literally do this and you say, I'm not going there today. I'm in creation mode. And then you go create something. And you'll see that you're priming the pump. Once you start creating things, it just starts to flow. It flows and flows and flows and flows and flows. Grace Moore, you said, I feel like I'm not good on camera and don't have good energy like you do, Jessica. Grace, why? Where are you? There you are. Hi. Why?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know, like I'm too serious or not bubbly enough, or I don't know, don't come across the way.
Do people tell you that they don't like you because you're not bubbly enough? Grace, do you have friends?
Yes.
Oh, what do they like about you?
I don't know. I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm honest, straightforward.
Oh, those are terrible qualities. You know what people say about me? I'm obnoxious, okay? But do you know who I like to be friends with? People who are nice and kind and thoughtful and good friends, okay? Have you seen every single artist that's successful? Are they also obnoxious like me? Because I'll tell you something. I will tell you, Leah Zide is not obnoxious like me. Brittany Banky is not obnoxious. Actually, she's like quiet as a mouse. and she sells the pants off this makeup. You know why? Because she's kind and genuine. So when you're telling yourself, I just don't have good energy. Like I'm not bubbly. I'm not obnoxious. I'm not loud. I'm not how is that serving you? I want to know, Grace, when you tell yourself that, how does that serve you?
It's not. It's making me not go live.
It super doesn't. Yeah, because you feel like you're not good enough.
Yeah.
What if you change the thought? Tell me what you're going to change that thought to.
What I've been trying to change it to is just like, this is me, and own it. And
what about it though? I want to know, what about you are you owning? Before you hit live and you say, people like to watch me because XYZ, what is it?
Because I'm real and open about the makeup and not being a professional. And I can still do it.
Yes, that you are real, but that's more about the makeup. What about you? The makeup's cool. We like the makeup, but we're selling ourselves more than anything.
I'm honest about it. I'm not gonna, tell them I love it if I don't love it. And
so they trust you because they know that you're honest and genuine.
Yeah.
So when they watch you, they feel like you, Grace, is super being Grace still.
Mm-hmm.
Like if your sister were to watch you, she'd be like, yeah, that's my sister. That's Grace. She wouldn't be watching and be like, who the F is this? Like I can guarantee you when my sister watches my stories and she comments on it, she's like, you're an idiot. And that's like you. Like that's how you've always been. You're the obnoxious little sister. That's what I do. That's my stick. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Tracy Wagner, where are you? What phone number are you on? I did not know you were here.
I'm right here.
Tracy, can you please share with Grace more? You just said, I'm not bubbly at all. That was my fear. Authentic is the way to go. Can you tell Grace how being authentic served you last month? What did your sales end at?
52 something.
That's 5,200.
Yeah.
Not $52.
Yeah,
5,200.
I was really intimidated. That was my script. I'm not Jessica. I can't be bubbly. But what I figured out along the way is that if I tried to be that, everybody around me would know that that was fake and that wasn't going to serve anybody well. And I really wouldn't have stuck with it. So I just decided to be me and be authentic and be happy and pleasant. And I think it's working. But yeah, I'm not the jump around bubbly girl. I've always wanted to be, but that's just not me. So
no, can you imagine if everyone was obnoxious? That would be terrible. No, you know who I like to hang out with? Calm people. Because if someone else is being loud, then I have competition and it's real annoying. I'm just kidding. Okay. Ooh, my people gravitate towards me. The ones that don't will find an artist that they love. Here's the magic thing, is that you really are selling you. And when people feel like they're really seeing you, they feel like you guys have like this inside joke. We're like, oh, that Courtney, like she always does that. Like she has that little trick that she does. That's like we have a secret. Like they feel like they have a bond to you. It's very real. Okay, so Courtney, to finish up real quick, you're changing your thought to and there's one more little aspect I want to talk about. As you guys are planning your content out on Facebook, when you have that previous thought of, I'm not a real makeup artist, when you go to plan content for the month, you think, what am I going to talk about? I'm not a real makeup artist. I have nothing to talk about. But when it comes to content planning and you say, I have so much I can share with them, you're going to be able to do a much better brain dump and be able to show up so many more ways, because it's just, you're in a whole different lane.
Hey, Jess, do we have like a calendar that someone has made that has like ideas for content creation?
That is coming today. I have some really, especially since we're just kicking off this challenge, there's some real basic videos that I need to make sure everybody has done in their Facebook, for their Facebook groups and their Facebook parties. That's getting started with your compact. Jackie listed a lot of these off in her TikTok her Reels thing. But like first time users of makeup, to say, hey, you just got your makeup, because you need to have that either to post and to save and post in all of your Facebook classes, or to tag people in your Facebook group. You need to do troubleshooting common problems, contour placement. You need to do how to use your contour 3 ways, how to use your blush color 3 ways, how to use your fingers to apply, like, but that's not a real basic one. But I want everybody to have at least those 5 videos knocked out by the end of this month, because that's stuff that you'll reuse over and over and over until you remake it. How to build your compact, where to get started, how to use the brushes, like the teaching stuff. We're going to lean back into the teaching stuff. Shelly, by the way, I wanted to tell you this last night on our Zoom, but I didn't get to. But I hope if you feel comfortable doing so, I hope you're sharing your journey, like on your page.
Yes, I'm going to start. I did a little bit, but then I got sick for a while. Other issues, stomach issues, and you guys who are on my Facebook page have seen my journey and stuff. But no, I'm feeling actually really good, and that's why I said I'm thanking you. It's giving me a new focus to go towards, and I'm going to try and sort of get out of my box and learn more Instagram, that kind of stuff. I am good at Facebook, and I've had a couple parties and stuff. So, but so I'm just at it's a good time for me to focus on, and that's sort of one of the reasons I joined Seint, because I had found out I had breast cancer, and boy, did it really gave me that other focus other than family and everything was going around me, and a big whirly fan, like, but this is good. It's coming at a great time. So
oh good, I'm so glad. We love you, Shelly.
And I love we got like little beanie things on, or you got a hat, looks like my beanie.
I know, well,
with no hair.
Mine might fall out soon if I don't wash it soon. So just kidding. That's a really tacky joke to say right now. I'm really sorry. Okay. Yes. We're going to write it out and make like a goal, the video goal list to have done in your thing. So I see Christina's taking notes right now. Thank you, Christina. We'll talk about it when we get off here too, and make sure that we have all of that done. Okay. I was going to do a Facebook one too, but we're kind of out of time. But you guys, I want you to know that I just want to say one more thing, and it's going to be really harsh, but you need to hear it, especially if you're truly committed to being committed to the process. You need to know this. You're going to have some story that you tell yourself, and we already talked about a couple of them. I'm not a real makeup artist. I'm not consistent with my time or showing up. It has to be perfect or else it won't be taken seriously. I've already maxed out all of my network. I don't want to be salesy. You guys, all of those are really, really poetic shields to hide behind, and they're utter crap. They just are. But for some reason, when we feel like it's a defensive mechanism to say, I'm just so busy, I just don't have the time. I'm not a real makeup artist, so I'm not good enough. Like, I can't do anything. It's poetic, it's real cute, but it's bull crap. And you need to call yourself on it, because it's not serving you. It's like super not. It doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't serve you in any way. It's your brain trying to keep things at the status quo. Like, why do hoarders stay in their house? Because that's their status quo. That's what they're used to. It's like, it's a law of physics too. Like, things in motion tend to stay in motion. Things at rest tend to stay at rest. They like it. But change it. Put yourself in motion. Do it. Put yourself in motion and tell the thoughts to shut up. Recognize that they're just thoughts. And if you're having a real hard time breaking out the thoughts, write it down on a piece of paper and say it back to yourself. Like, stop yourself and be like, what am I actually thinking that's stopping me right now? Because sometimes you might not even know. It'll just be like this like little niggle of a feeling in your brain that's just like poking you just gently. But if you pull it out and put it on paper, if I were to really go to Courtney and say, you're not a real makeup artist, you can't do this, she would probably fight back. She would push back at me a little bit. You wouldn't take it from someone else, Don't take it from yourself. Pull it out and look at it. I'm super confident that doing this work, it feels, you're going to feel raw. So if you're working through this and you're like, this doesn't really feel good, so maybe this isn't the right direction. No, if it feels raw inside, that's the right direction. Keep going. Go towards it. Go towards the rawness. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable because you're making yourself do something that it hasn't had to do before. But this is what you want. And if at any point in the next 61 days, you start to think to yourself, maybe this isn't for me, maybe the artist program isn't for me, I want you to ask yourselves 2 quick questions real quick. What part is not for you? Is it the making money part, or is it the self-development part? Which part is not for you? Because that's what this is. We're developing ourselves and we're making money. And if you really don't want either part of those, if you don't want to grow and you don't want to make money, then yeah, maybe it's not for you. But there's probably something else going on, and you need to be honest with yourself and stop hiding behind a cute poetic story that you've told yourself that's utter bullcrap, because it's not serving you. I'm going to challenge you guys to do that. Okay, real quick, we've got 2 minutes. I want you to write it down before we get off this Zoom. Write it down. What goals are you setting for yourself between now and next Thursday when we meet? Because you're going to hold yourself accountable to those. And I'm going to ask for volunteers to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. What are you going to do over the next 7 days? How many times are you going to go live? How many times? Where's that other paper? How many times are you going to invite people to either join your group or host a class? How many color match invitations are you going to send out? How many artist opportunity invitations are you going to send out? Okay. And we're going to leave the sales and the recruits part off. That was solely because we just ended a month. I don't want you to look at this process from a success-driven mindset. I want you to look at this from an action mindset. This is just putting you in action. That's it. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you guys mine right now. So number of times live, I'm going to do 5 just for the week. How many invites to host class? I'm going to invite some people to host classes as well. That's been my goal for a long time. I'm going to invite 5 people to host a class. Color match invitations, I'm going to do 30 over the next week. Because gosh, guys, if I'm showing up doing these tutorials, I should be inviting people to get color matched. And you know what that invitation is going to look like? I'm going to tell you the verbiage I'm going to use right now. I'm going to go through. So if you have people watch your live videos in your group, or if you do it on Facebook stories or whatever, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, Rachel, thank you so much for watching my video. Have you gotten to try this makeup yet? That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Artist opportunity, I'm going to do at least 10 invitations this week. Those are my numbers. You guys can hold me accountable next Thursday. And we're not going to celebrate, like we can celebrate wins, but that's not what this is about. This is about the actions. Okay.
Jess?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. It took me a minute to find you. Hi, Kishley. I kept looking at your face and I'm like, gosh, I have to be patient. I won't call her out yet. Hi.
Hi. When you're sending out artist opportunity, are you sending that to customers or blindly or
Customers.
Okay, customers.
It'll be customers. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify.
I have done the message everybody in the book method and it doesn't work. Not like I want it to.
Okay, same. Okay. I just wanted to check.
Samesies. Yeah, we need people to fall in love with us first. Okay. All right, you guys, I love you. Good luck this week. We're going to recruit 2 people, okay? And get into, what's it called? Artist 2. All right, bye guys.